video is for Tuesday, March 31st, and this is the last day of March. So we have this week to finish Sarah Plain and Tall. Now there are 2 chapters left. The last chapter that finishes the story, and then there's a chapter that's called After Sarah Plain and Tall. So what I suggest you do is you either finish 1 chapter each day on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then read your own book on Thursday and Friday, or just read for 15 minutes, see how far you get, stop on Tuesday, and then do the same thing on Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday you finish up. So you can do it either way, but you have 4 days to finish 2 chapters, and if you finish them, read your own book. So we're going to be finishing up our lap book. So I'm suggesting if you finish chapter 9, which is the last chapter in the book, you will know what happens at the end of the story. So you're going to go ahead and put several sentences about what happens at the end. Now earlier you wrote about the problem. Will Sarah stay? Tomorrow you're going to write the solution to that problem. That's going to be a really short answer. This is really going to be telling some details about what happens at the end of the story. So you can actually kind of look back and see, what did you write in the beginning? What did you write in the middle? And then you can just kind of, whatever you wrote in the middle, continue the story from there to write the ending. Don't just write 1 sentence about the solution, because that's what we're going to write tomorrow over here. Make sure you're telling some details, because you have quite a few lines that you can write on. And that will finish us up with Sarah Plain and Tall today and tomorrow. Make sure that you finish it by Friday if you need more time. Now I'm going to show you your handwriting for today. It's going to be page 59, and we're working on the letter P. And I realized when I was showing you your letters yesterday that I wasn't tilting my book. So let me make sure I tilt my book like you're going to be tilting your book. If you're right-handed, you're going to be tilting it this way. If you're left-handed, you're going to be tilting it this way. So I'm going to be doing the letter P. Remember, you're using pencil. I'm going to make a little tail, down, and around. For the lowercase, I'm going to make a tail, go down and loop it, and around, connect it. Notice the uppercase letter does not connect, but the lowercase letter will. Now we're going to be doing time to the half hour. This is in your math book on page 599. Now remember, if you're able to come to the Zoom meeting each morning at 9:15, I will go over the math with you and help you a little bit, and you can get a head start. If not, let's go ahead and go over this. I'm going to get my clock right now so I can show you. Now, if you don't have a clock like this to practice on, you can just watch my clock, because I'm going to do this for you. It says to show 5 o'clock, and that's what I've done. The minute hand is the long hand, that's pointing to the 12, which is o'clock, and the hour hand is pointing to 5, so it's 5 o'clock, 5:00. Now we're going to move the minute hand to the 6, and we're going to figure out what time that is. Now, if you notice, the hour hand is not pointing exactly on the 5 anymore, so you might get a little confused because you're saying, wait a minute, it's not pointing on the 5 and it's not pointing on the 6. Well, this whole space between the 5 and the 6 is still 5 o'clock, all the way until it gets exactly on the 6. So on your clock, you're going to draw this and practice different times on the clock. Now we're practicing when the clock goes halfway around. It's half past the hour. So this is half past 5. Let's see. That's 5. And then how many minutes is that? We start at 0. And this is the clock that kind of tells you. But your clock might not. You have to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So the hour hand says 5. The minutes hand says 30. So that's 5:30 or half past 5. Because if you notice, we went halfway around the clock to get here. Let's turn the page. It says you can show time to the half hour by going around the clock halfway. 1 half hour is 30 minutes. These clocks show 2:30. A helpful hint is the hour hand moves halfway to the next number, as the half hour passes. So the hour hand is moving as well, and the minute hand has to go over to the 6 to be half past, or 2:30. Okay, so let's try one right here. We're going to look at the hour hand. It's between the 9 and the 10. It's not at the 10 yet, so the hour is still 9. And then we're going to count by 5s on the minute hand. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's 9:30 or half past 9. Now, you're going to memorize that when the minute hand is pointing at the 6, that's 30, because all of these pages are going to be about that. So you don't really have to go 5, 10, 15, 20, all the way to 30 each time, because you're going to memorize that that minute hand pointing on the 6 is 30. You people who know multiplication know that 5 times 6 is 30. So you're going to do this whole section on half past the hour. Next, you're going to get out your Scholastic booklet that has the butterfly on it. You're going to turn to the second page because yesterday you did something about ponds. Now for today's lesson, you're going to invent a vehicle because you're reading books about pigeon driving the bus and about car and bus safety. Draw and label a vehicle. So you could draw your own special car or helicopter or hovercraft or something you've seen in a movie, your own vehicle, kind of label what's going on and tell about it. Then you're going to give a safety tip. Like we did with Officer Buckle, remember how he had all those safety tips to stay safe at school? You're going to tell a safety tip for your vehicle. Maybe it's something about wearing your seatbelt or where you're supposed to drive with it. But go ahead and show your vehicle, label, tell about it, and one safety tip needs to be written out. Now we're going to continue with your Easter egg farm chick. If you haven't finished coloring it all the way, you remember you still have till Friday to turn everything in. So mine is not colored, but you're going to color this. Now, you're going to first cut out the egg. Now just cut around the outside. Don't cut that zigzag across the middle yet. So once you cut it out, it's going to be the shape of the body of your chick. That's what the blank paper is for. So you're going to take this egg, set it on the blank copy, and trace it. Now you're going to cut that one out so it's the same size as this one. So now you're going to have 2 eggs the same size, because now one's going to be the body of the chick and one's going to be the wings. Now, this blank page has not been colored yet. You're going to have to do that to make it match the rest. You can either color it now, or you can wait until your whole egg is your whole chick, is put together. Now, the way this works is you're going to be able to make it look like a chick or an egg if you follow those pictures. So now, this is going to go here to be the egg, but it's also going to fold out and be the wings. Okay, so these pictures right here guide you on how to put this together. Wow, that was exhausting. Now I'm going to poke the holes and follow the guidelines. So I'm going to poke holes through the feet and poke it through the body. Have an adult help you do this. So remember, if you're still working on coloring, that's okay, just finish by Friday. Now you can choose to have your egg look like a chick, or you can tuck in the body and make it look like an egg. Or you can have it be somewhere in between. The chick is hatching, and so it's something like that. Okay, folks, that's all your required work for today. I'm going to tell you a couple of extra things if you have time. So for recess today, if you'd like, you may try one of those games that we told you about in the Pearl News. Or you can try any of the activities we've already done for recess. Also, for extra credit, I put a packet together of extra credit work. I'll tell you what the extra credit things are for today if you'd like to do them and you have time. You can do the or versus or page. Let me see if there are any tricky pictures. Okay, so she's going to zoom in on this. This is a horn. This is morning. This is an oar, like you're paddling the boat with. This person is soaring. This is corn. And let's see what this kid is doing. I think this kid has a sore throat. That's what it looks like to me. So that's what it is. All right. Also in your packet of extra credit, I thought you might want to do the good egg, which has some little math problems, and then you can color it just kind of as an Easter decoration. All right? That's all for today, kids. See you tomorrow.